welcome to another Driven by Lee video. Little bit of an early start this morning, been on the road since 4 AM, currently on the way to Oxford to collect a new pickup truck. But we have got a little bit of an issue with this pickup truck. Bit of a long story, but basically I love pickup trucks. I've always loved them. I've had many of them, as many people know. I've had new ones, old ones, special edition ones, bloody expensive ones. But this one, we need another one for work to tow a trailer so we can collect and deliver cars. I did sort of cover this in a previous video on my Iveco, what I do for a living, so you'll kind of know why. But anyway, I wanted a new truck for one of my drivers. I wanted an L200 Barbarian X, and didn't want to buy a new one because, as you know, you can't buy new L200s anymore, or Navaras, because of the EU emissions. They don't sell them in these countries anymore. So I thought, oh, I'll get a used one. There's bound to be plenty of those about, and there is, but finding a decent one is hard work. Very hard work, in fact, and they seem to go for crazy money. In fact, a little bit of a story. When I first got into pickup trucks, my first pickup truck was an L200. It would have been around about 2010, possibly, maybe a little bit earlier. It was a Mitsubishi L200 Animal. That was a nice truck, and then I've kind of had trucks ever since. I've had the L200 Barbarian when they first come out, because L200 had lost the use of the Animal logo, so they then changed it to Barbarian. But anyway, I'm running on. So you know, this truck came up. It's a Barbarian X. Essentially it's one owner. It's like this orangey colour, which I quite like, bright colours, although it looks quite dull when it's overcast, but when the sun hits it, it's really nice. It's done low miles, full service history, absolutely everything is perfect with it. Also, I thought, so on Saturday, this is now Tuesday, but on Saturday I went, got my Nissan Navara, which we're in now. A video on that will be coming soon. Got my Nissan Navara, got my trailer, headed down to Oxford. It's actually from a Ford dealer. It's a part exchange against a new Ranger that they sold. Went in, had a look at it, could not believe the condition of this. If you took the number plates off, you'd think it was like 3 months old. It isn't, it's a 2019, so it's 6 years old. Looked around it, looked fantastic, and it's very cheap, and I can't work out why it was cheap. I soon did find out why it was cheap. But anyway, went on a test drive, everything was fine, until I selected four-wheel drive, and then all of the problems started. I was like, oh no, but the dealer generally didn't know that. So anyway, I thought, well, you get the truck sorted, you get the problems sorted, and I'll come back and I'll collect it. Agreed a good deal on the price, really good deal, about £5,000 cheaper than they are anywhere else. So I thought, I cannot believe that we've managed to get it. But anyway, then it had all these problems, so obviously I said, like, you get it sorted, I'll come back and I'll buy it, because obviously I don't want to inherit all the four-wheel drive problem that it's got, which I'll cover later. But anyway, came away, and then I was thinking to myself, Lee, what are you doing? You're in the car industry, you repair cars for a living. Why don't you go back to them, negotiate a different price, and you sort the problems? Because then you'll obviously know that it's been fixed properly. You don't have to rely on anyone else, because I can do it all myself, or me and my friend Mark will get it done. And yeah, so rang them, sorted out even more of a better deal on the truck, and here we are now, guys, on the way to Oxford to go and collect it. So going back to the problem that it's got, it won't come out of four-wheel drive, so you drive those trucks in two-wheel drive essentially all of the time, but when you then need four-wheel drive, you can select four-wheel drive on it, because it's not a conventional four-wheel drive. But I'll get to that. Well, once I've got the truck, I'll do you a little walk round and I'll show you, I'll try to explain the problem, but it's got a four-wheel drive problem. Now that could either be something easy or something quite major, but I really enjoy fixing cars and I'm not bothered about that whatsoever. Negotiated a great price, so yeah, we're now on the way to go and get it, guys. So it's now, what's the time now? It's now 7:30. We should be around there around about 8, 8:30 in the morning. They don't get there till 9, so we're going to be a little bit early. And then, yeah, once we've got it, I'll do a little video with the truck, loading it onto the trailer, and then I'll speak to you on the way back. So, yeah, I'll speak to you shortly, guys. As you can see, we've got the truck, we've got it loaded on the trailer. Thank you to Jack at Hartwell's Ford for making it an easy deal. Yeah, so we're loaded, guys. We have got a lot to do to it. It's going to be a little bit of a project. What do we need to do? Well, it needs a set of tyres on, because I don't like the tyres that are on there, but that's just me with my OCD. It doesn't really need them, but I want to put some premium tyres on, probably Goodyears. And also the MOT advisory was advisory front pads, disc and pads were low, so I will change those, put genuine Mitsubishi ones on, genuine everything, guys. And then also the main problem with it is it has got a four-wheel drive issue. Now, bearing in mind I've got this truck around about just over about 5.5 grand cheaper than it should have been. It has got a four-wheel drive issue. Like I said, I didn't know it until we went on a test drive. Has got is these, although they're four-wheel drive, you can't really drive them in four-wheel drive all of the time unless you're on slippery surface, so snow, gravel, sand, mud or ice, that kind of thing. Because if you're on an ordinary dry concrete road, the rear axle will wind itself up, because both axles on these, when you put it into four-wheel drive, locks up, so you get that four-wheel drive motion. And as you know, if you go round bends or whatever on a road that's not slippery, the front wheels will be turning quicker than the back wheels. But if you've got both axles locked together, it's going to be a lot of stress and cause a lot of problems. Potentially it would ruin the differential, it would definitely ruin the transfer box and cost a lot of money. So you only drive these in four-wheel drive sort of as and when you need to. So this one, so I put it in a four-wheel drive on a test drive, and then it all went wrong, so it wouldn't go back into two-wheel drive, and you can't turn bends properly, and it's just a nightmare. Now, that could be something easy. It could just be a sticking solenoid or a sticking shaft, hopefully, because again, whoever's owned this has driven this in two-wheel drive all its life, which is no problem. but you do occasionally need to put it in four-wheel drive just to work the shaft and work the solenoid, which I don't think they have. So best case scenario, the shaft is just sticky, or it might need a new solenoid. That's a quick easy fix. You're looking probably maybe 80 quid and not too much labour. Worst case scenario, which I hope it isn't this, is going to be differential and a transfer box new, and that's going to be £5,000 upwards. So any saving we would have had will be gone, but I'm pretty sure it isn't that. And what I will do, guys, I will do a video of this back in the workshop. We'll make like a little series of it, so we'll put it in the workshop, get it on the ramp, we'll work through it all. Everything that we do, I'll video so you can see what we're doing, how we're doing it, and then the little modifications I want to do on the outside. Nothing major, just want to take the roof rack off because someone's fitted a genuine roof rack, but I think they look a bit pony, plus I'll never use it, so going to take that off, stick a private number plate on, a Lee plate like I do most of my trucks and cars. No, I think that's about it, because it is mint, honestly. If you took the plates off, you'd think it's 3 months old. It's that good a condition, but it's 6 years old. Yeah, so that's basically it. I'll tell you what else we'll do. We'll do a full series on pickups, because I love pickups. If I only ever had to have one car, for me it would be a pickup, because I love them. So what we'll do, we'll get every kind of pickup we can on the channel, we'll review it so you can see what they like, we'll do a video. We've already had the MSRT, we're in my Nissan Navara now, we'll do a video on that as well. Obviously we'll do a full drive video on the L200 Barbarian X once we've got it fully sorted. Oh yeah, we need to fit a tow bar to it as well, because it's going to be working once it's all done. It's going to be working when it's keepable and car trailers around, just like this Nissan does. So yeah, I'm now going to head back home. It's about a 3.5–4 hour trip back home. I will leave this at my house because workshop's really busy at the moment, so we're probably going to be a couple of weeks before we can get on it. But yeah, there'll be plenty more to come with the Barbarian X, so subscribe if you haven't already, because you don't want to miss those videos, because it will be interesting. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.